The United States has a moral and legal obligation to provide reparations for the enslavement of Africans. Black people in our country cannot wait any longer for our government to begin addressing each and every one of the extraordinary bits of harm, all of the harm it has caused since the founding.
This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen, get you one of these reflective, not a gun-free zone shirts and let people know that you ain't finna walk around and just think you gonna just mow it all down. We gonna protect our people. We gonna protect ourselves. So go get you one of these shirts and show these fools what time of day it is. Like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know what it is. Let's get into this. Cori Bush and these people, like, I'm not gonna get upset. I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be very pragmatic about what I'm trying to articulate. It is destructive. It is delusional. It is evil at this point in our country and divisive for people to be demanding that the government, which wasn't even the government that governed during slavery, the government owes reparations to people who have no connection to slavery, no direct connection. You're talking about hundreds of years ago.
The United States has a moral and legal obligation to provide reparations for the enslavement of Africans. Black people in our country cannot wait any longer for our government to begin addressing each and every one of the extraordinary bits of harm, all of the harm it has caused since the founding.
I don't understand why black people have to go all the way back to slavery. More black men have lost their lives, I would argue, in the last 10 years in the inner city ghettos run by Democrats in America than in the entire legacy of slavery. And I'm talking about losing their lives on the homeland. I'm not talking about in travels across the Atlantic. I'm talking about losing their lives and due to being killed in slavery. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. You have lynching in America. The 68 years of lynching. There was 3,400 black people that were lynched during that period of time. 1 year in America, there's almost 6,000 black men who are murdered by other black men. You're talking about the death toll of 6 months in the inner cities of America. More black people lose their lives than the entire 68-year legacy of lynching in this country. 6 months covers an entire legacy of lynching over a 68-year period. If you need reparations, you need reparations from black people. These black thugs and these black leaders and Democrats owe black people reparations. The ones that terrorize the community, the ones who are selling drugs to their own people, they are the ones that should pay reparations.
Crack cocaine.
The problem is crack cocaine.
People always go back to the crack cocaine epidemic.
Crack cocaine may deny these black children a decent future.
Come on, man. Nobody made you put crack in your hand and sell it. Because there were black people that didn't sell it. Why? Because they want to go to prison for the rest of their lives. They got jobs.
We will see large numbers of poor people, and specifically blacks, going to jail and to prison, and they will not have a chance.
Nobody made you sell this to your brother and sister. You got to take some responsibility for it. Last time I checked, during the Civil War, the Union won. The Union is our government, not the Confederacy. The Confederacy owned slaves. They lost. This government that we've established after the Civil War don't owe nobody nothing from slavery. And people like to say, well, the country reaped benefits from slavery. So that means that if the country reaped benefits from slave labor, then if black people become successful, they owe it to the country at the measure of success they've made. Because you can say if it wasn't for the slaves, America wouldn't be here. But if it wasn't for America, black people wouldn't be where they at. And this is the most prosperous place to be black in the world, ever in the history of being black. You can't go to nowhere on the beautiful motherland of the continent of Africa and find a better place to be than in the United States of America as a black person. If I was lying, then all of these millionaires and billionaires that have gained wealth and gained popularity, notoriety through capitalism would be moving there and have a second home there and spend the summers and vacations there. They wouldn't be spending the summers and vacations in New York and then going somewhere with a estate in Texas, living in Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, on the water, if it was so bad and miserable being black in America. Give me a freaking break. People from the motherland are dying, traversing waters to get to America, to just have an opportunity, to have access to what these ungrateful black people are throwing to the wayside.
All this nonsense, homelessness, and all this other garbage y'all talk about, police violence and all this stuff, don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody real care about that. We care about our reparations. And we have to put white people on notice that we want our reparations. That our foreparents and us, we didn't work for free and underpaid and all this nonsense. And the white folks get away with it. And they talk about the great city they're building. No, we want our reparations. $3 million per person. $3 million per person right here in this city. That's the only thing black people got to care about. All this other little nonsense y'all talk about, we do not care about.
I get it. I studied Africana studies in college. I know what happened during slavery. I understand Jim Crow. But to think that you're going to make the entire country pay for the sins of the Democrats in the Confederacy, you must be smoking crack. It is unattainable. It is unreasonable. And God is my witness. The people who are pushing it know that it is. They only want to continue to perpetuate a lie and get you emotional so that you will vote for them. And they will appear to be on your side. When in reality, it's a big farce and a lie. It makes no sense that black people have been paying taxes in this country, adding to the treasury, adding to the economic success in America, in which the country is going to draw from in order to pay black people back. You know how stupid you sound? Saying that America is paying reparations? No, black people are paying reparations to themselves. Where are they going to get the money from? It's been hundreds of years of black people paying taxes into this development of this country. And they're going to draw that money to pay you back, and you're going to be happy about it. Just like black history is American history. But yet they separate black history into 1 month, which is the shortest month of the year, and sell it to you as if they're doing you a favor. At some point, we got to get out of the gutter of stupidity. Quit wasting your time asking for a handout. And you should be telling the government, get the crap out of my business. You should be telling the government, leave us alone. Y'all done enough. That's what you should be telling the government. Instead of lying to your people, telling them to depend on a government that they claim that they can't trust.